The comet you're looking at right now has been falling toward the sun for longer than there have been human beings to see it. Think about that. When this chunk of ancient ice first began its plunge inward, no one had built a city, no one had written a word, no one had even imagined fire. And it was already on its way to this exact moment this week, when you can walk outside, look up, and see it hanging in the sky with nothing but your own two eyes. We forget how rare this is. Comets pass by all the time, but almost all of them are faint smudges you'd need a telescope to even notice. A comet bright enough to see without any equipment at all, that's a once-in-a-generation event. Most people will live their entire lives and never see one. And yet here we are, with one painting a streak across the dark, and most of the world too busy looking down at their phones to notice the visitor that traveled billions of miles to be seen. So where did it come from? The honest answer is that it came from a place we've never been and will never go. Far beyond Neptune, far beyond Pluto, out where the sun is just the brightest star and nothing else, there's a vast shell of frozen debris called the Oort cloud. We've never photographed it. We've never sent anything close to it. We only believe it exists because comets keep falling out of it in trillions of icy bodies, leftovers from the birth of the solar system, drifting in the cold and the dark 1,000 times farther out than the most distant planet. This comet is a piece of that hidden world, a messenger from the edge of everything we know. And something out there nudged it. Maybe the gentle gravity of a passing star, maybe a slow gravitational tug that built up over millions of years. Whatever it was, it knocked this one frozen mountain off its lonely orbit and sent it tumbling inward, toward the heat, toward the light, toward us. For most of that journey it was invisible, a dark, dead ball of ice and dust, colder than anything you can imagine, moving silently through the black. Then it got close to the sun, and it woke up. This is the part that genuinely amazes scientists. As the comet approaches, the sun's heat does something violent and beautiful. The ice doesn't melt the way ice does on Earth. It skips the liquid stage entirely and erupts straight into gas, blasting off the surface in jets. That gas and dust forms a glowing cloud around the comet's core, a head bigger than most planets. And then the solar wind, the constant stream of particles pouring off the sun, grabs that material and stretches it out behind the comet into a tail that can be tens of millions of miles long, longer than the distance from here to the sun itself. That's what you're seeing in the sky. Not the comet's body. That solid core is only a few miles across, smaller than a city. What you're seeing is the destruction of it. Every time a comet swings past the sun, it loses a little more of itself, boiling away into space, leaving a trail of debris behind. The glow is the comet dying. The tail is its own ice, torn away and lit up by sunlight. And it is achingly beautiful precisely because it's temporary. Here's the part that gives me chills. The tail of a comet always points away from the sun, not behind the comet, the way you'd expect something moving fast to leave a trail. It points away from the sun no matter which direction the comet is traveling. So on the way back out, the comet actually chases its own tail, flying tail first into the dark. The solar wind is that strong. The light itself pushes the dust. You are watching with your naked eye a piece of physics that humans only fully understood in the last century. And then it leaves. That's the heartbreak of it. This comet won't stay. In a matter of weeks it'll fade, slip back below the horizon, and begin the long climb back out toward the Oort cloud. Some comets return on a schedule. Halley's comes back every 76 years, close enough that a person might see it twice in a lifetime. But many of these long-period visitors won't come back for thousands of years. Some get flung past the sun so hard they're thrown out of the solar system entirely, never to return, wandering into interstellar space alone forever. So the comet you can see tonight might be making its only appearance in all of human history. The first humans to see it could be the last, and no one alive will be here when, or if it ever comes back. That's what makes it worth walking outside for. Not the science, though the science is staggering. It's the timing. Out of all the billions of years this thing has existed, and all the billions of years still to come, it crossed our sky now during the brief flicker that your life happens to occupy. So here's what I keep wondering. If a traveler crossed billions of miles and billions of years just to be visible for a few short nights, and almost no one bothered to look up, who was the comet really for?